Don't take it serious, bro. Don't take it.
We're going to start recording some new things. I am calling to order our April 8th Board of Zoning Appeals. Thank you all for being here this evening. We are going to start with Mr. Lehman with an invocation.
If you pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for bringing us here safely. Thank you for the wonders of your created world. Thank you for everything you do. Give us wisdom as we talk about the city and as we hear and listen and make decisions. Thank you for everything you do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Roll call, please.
Member Lehman.
Here.
Member Moody.
Here.
Chairwoman Gray.
Here. And I am ready to entertain a motion for our minutes for our previous meeting. Roll call, please.
Member Lehman.
Yes.
Member Moody.
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray.
Yes. And our new business for this evening is a front setback adjustment request, case BZA 2024-01, and the property is located on Bowen Trail. And from here, I'll pass it to staff to do an overview of the project for us, for that request.
Hi, my name is Jason Allen. I'm the staff planner for the city of Collegedale. BZA 2024-01 is a front setback adjustment request. The petitioner is requesting a variance from the Chapter 5, Section 05.051 of the Collegedale zoning ordinance. This would reduce the front setback requirement from 35 feet to 12 feet. So here's a synopsis of what the petitioner had submitted. In short, the grading of the lot is very steep, and therefore adding to the back of the house is not feasible. If you ever been to Bowen Trail, most of the houses are pretty close to the property line, given the history of the subdivision being approved in, I believe, 1977, 1978. And since then, rezoning has gone over that area and has adjusted that zoning to have a front setback of 35 foot. So the applicant does have a foundation issue to the front of the house where the carport is. That does not have a footer, so the applicant would like to change that, add a footer, and add an additional story above that carport and convert that carport into a living space. So here's the site plan. Down at the bottom of the screen, that's where Bowen Trail is. You can see the 35-foot setback basically cuts through like the 3/4 of the house. The shaded blue area is where the carport is and where the livable space would be converted. Here's the front picture of the home. Here's a side view showing the proximity to the Bowen Trail. And here's the carport. You can see that the footings collapsing. Here's a schematic of what the house will look like if approved and refinished. This is taken from Hamilton County GIS. This is the topographs showing the elevations. You can see that there's almost 100-foot drop off from the Bowen Trail down to the end of the property. So the subject property presents exceptional topographic conditions. Strip applications of the zoning ordinance would result in difficulties or undue hardship on the owner due to the steep slopes on said property. Without the benefit of an elevation survey, the slope for the lot based on Hamilton County GIS elevation value exceeds 35%. from the street grade to the back of the lot. Staff finds that granting the variance would not constitute substantial deterrent to public good or substantially impair the intent and the purpose of the zoning ordinance. Staff finds that the peculiar hardship, practical difficulty, or undue hardship is not created as a result of an act on the part of the applicant, particularly with respect to the narrowness of the lot and the steep topography characteristics of the eastern slopes of White Oak Mountain. Staff finds that the peculiar hardship, practical difficulties, and undue hardships experienced by the applicant in the current instance are the same as other property owners would experience through the same conditions. There have been a couple cases that set precedent. BCH 2022-04 is 2 lots over, I believe. That approved the front setback from 35 foot to 10 foot. And in 2016, BZH 2016-03 approved its front setback from 35 foot to 5 foot. And with that, that concludes my presentation. The applicant is here if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions or discussions before I invite the applicant forward? Okay. Would the applicant like to come forward and say anything?
Sure.
And just state your name and address, please.
Sure. My name is Lucky Goya, address 9605 Bowman. Trail, thank you. And thank you so much for your time and for considering my application. We just want to make this a safe home for our family. You know, we bought it, and there have been some challenges since we bought it with all the steepness of the property and learning about the setback. But I think we have a good plan for the house, and we want to take a house that's kind of deterring from the neighborhood right now and make it into something that will add value to the neighborhood and be good for us in our case.
Thank you. Is there further discussion or motion?
Have you had the lot line surveyed along the street? I'm sorry? Have you had the lot line surveyed along the street?
We have not had the survey.
The reason I asked you, put the setback on the side, that looks like it would be the payment, which would be very unusual. First place would be the payment and the property line. And, looking at the county GIS, I think you're within 4 or 2 feet the most of the right of way. Then the payment is going to develop to have a chance on the builder position and extension. Get across that property line, then the variance was, it was the county to commission. And yet, maybe the right of way. Because I recommend the survey be done on the property line.
Well, let me ask staff a question. So if we grant a variance for 12 feet, and for some reason it's delineated that the right of way is closer, and now it's in these 10 or 8 feet, say with this construction, does that being out of compliance and have to come back?
No, I mean, because the right of way would tend to be closer to the home than we're assuming now. So the 12 foot would give them enough room. So that 12 foot, except
12 feet's not where it's at.
Yeah,
to the right
he would be
of way.
allowed to go to that 12 foot, essentially. Anything farther than that, he can do as he wishes.
No, I was saying he may be closer. If he's closer, he's got to come back. Right?
Yeah. But yeah, let's say the right of way is inside that edge payment, then he'd have to come back. It's supposed to be 12 foot.
It's the route we have recommended.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Let me just ask the question, because it looks like probably all of those homes on that downslope, obviously there were two that were granted, I was trying to look at the area, I didn't have an opportunity to drive it the last couple of days. I'm assuming there's a couple of other ones that are closer, they just may have been grandfathered potentially.
You get variance.
Yeah, so some of them have received variances. I think it becomes an issue when someone wants to do,
Renovation or
Yeah.
hotel. Okay, thank you.
You do have a parking area just on the side where the house is considered.
Yes, sir.
You have to put a parking lot.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay. Done, thank you. Roll call, please.
Member Lehman,
Yes.
Member Moody,
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray,
Yes. And that concludes our Board of Zoning Appeals. Okay, I'm calling to order our planning commission for April 8th, and we will start with a roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
here,
Mayor Lloyd, Member Houston,
Here.
Member Lehman,
Here.
Member Moody,
Here.
Vice Chairman Givens, Chairwoman Gray,
Here. And I am ready to entertain a motion of the minutes of our previous meeting.
Move to approve.
second,
Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
yeah,
Member Houston,
Yes.
Member Lehman,
Yes.
Member Moody,
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray,
Yes. And without old business, we'll roll straight into our new business. Our first case is a zoning case, 2024-01 at 5707 Main Street. And I will pass that to staff for a presentation.
before we start, a couple hours ago, our agenda item 6, zoning case 2024-02. This was on parcel 132.045.03. It has been tabled, so won't be heard tonight. That was a city initiated case to apply the zone to the recently annexed property, also known as Bell Farms. So moving on, zoning case 2024-01. The applicant is requesting to rezone 5707 Main Street from shopping center commercial C2 to mixed use town center MUTC. And this is really just to match the surrounding zoning located off of Main Street. The applicant has submitted a request to rezone a 8,000 square foot parcel located at 5707 Main Street, which is the current location of Wire Coffee. The proposal would allow the property to be rezoned from shopping center commercial C2 to mixed use town center, which is MUTC. The request would allow the applicant to match zoning of adjacent parcels located at 5711 and 5715 Main Street. The rezoning of the property to mixed use town center would not greatly affect the surrounding property owners or produce much change, as the mixed use town center closely resembles our C2 zone. Staff believes that the rezoning of the property would not bring much change and would allow the applicant to have a more cohesive zone given the surrounding properties. So here's the vicinity map. The highlighted portion is Wire Coffee or 5707 Main Street. Here's the zoning map. To the north, you have mixed use town center. To the east, across the street from Main Street, you have main shopping center commercial. To the south, you have interstate commercial. To the west, you have mixed use town center. Here are the surrounding land uses. Just a mix of residential homes and vacant land and some commercial businesses. Here's a simple site plan. State requires us just to have a site plan submitted with any zoning cases. The surrounding properties are zoned MUTC, and then the C2, the unhatched portion, is the property in question. So with that, staff recommends the approval of zoning case 2024-01.
Okay, is there discussion?
So did the owner of this just wake up one morning and say, we want to change zoning, or is there anything else?
Nothing that I'm aware of that's been documented that they want to pursue in the future. It's just something it's kind of spot zone at the moment. They wanted to, match the zoning surrounding the property.
And if the owner's here and would like to come forward, you're welcome to come to the microphone and say your name and address.
David Mayfield, 5914 Mountain Pass Drive, Udonis. So the MUTC is going, the request of the MUTC is to match the rezoning that we did on the property adjoining our property. So we control the whole block. And so we're trying to get that cohesive MUTC for the whole. We had great plans, we were gonna do great things. And I think you would really like it. We got hit by Trisha. We got hit by Toby. And then we got some civil buildings that kind of has some sidewalks to go there. So we have come back and reevaluate just a little bit and try to go there.
That makes sense. I was just kind of curious from,
Where it came from. It didn't come out of the blue.
thank you.
Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yes.
Member Friesen,
Yes.
Member Lehman,
Yes.
Member Moody,
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray,
Yes. Okay, our next case is a subdivision proposal, subdivision 2024-01 at 10,517 Lee Highway.
So this may look familiar. The applicant is proposing to subdivide approximately 9.17 acres into 3 lots located at 1051 Lee Highway. This proposal is associated with the urban farm subdivision request. The urban farm subdivision proposal, this is a total of 11 lots, 8 of which are in Hamilton County, and the remaining 3 are in the city of Collegedale. So the way it's going to work is the city of Collegedale will go on lots 1, 10, and 11. While Hamilton County will concurrently process and vote on lots 2 through 9. The plat, the way that's going to work, it's going to be one plat associated with lots for Hamilton County and the city of Collegedale. Just to make it clear. Here's a vicinity map of the parcel. This is where the flags are located off of the highway. For surrounding zoning, to the north, you have urban agriculture. To the east, you have shopping center commercial. To the south, you have shopping center commercial. And to the west, you have shopping center commercial. So the surrounding land uses, you have vacant land. To the north, to the east, you have auto repair shop. To the south is the highway and vacant land. And to the west is vacant land. Previously last year, this was a site plan that was brought to the Planning Commission and City Commission to rezone the portion of the city's jurisdiction, and that rezone is from C2 to agriculture, and that was approved. And now here's a formalized plat to subdivide the properties. There is a dashed line, I'm not sure if you can see it right below the northern arrow. To the north of that is Hamilton County, and to the south is the city of Collegedale along the highway. So there's 3 lots within that. So the proposal is the last step to develop an estate-style home subdivision that will consist of 11 lots, 3 of which are located within the city of Collegedale, and the remaining 8 will be located to the north in Hamilton County. The project recently came before the City Commission in 2023 to rezone the property from shopping center commercial to agriculture, and was approved. And that was through zoning case 2023-06. Lot 1 will consist of 3.2 acres, Lot 10 consists of 4.1 acres, and lot 11 consists of 3.4 acres. Staff believes that the subdivision consisting of estate-style homes is compatible use for the area. The land area looking north to the highway will help maintain the beauty of the area with larger sized homes, having a minimal impact on the area. And with that, staff recommends the approval of subdivision 2024-01 and the applicant series. Do you have any questions?
Any discussion before I invite the applicant forward? Would the applicant like to come forward and state your name and address and tell us a little bit about it?
Barry Payne, 8123 Island Point Drive, Harrison, Tennessee. And I guess this is just a final step of what we discussed before. It's just the farm up off of Lee Highway that we're developing into the state subdivision. Basically, it's these 3 lots in the city of Collegedale. Any questions on that?
Thank you. Further discussion?
Move. Second.
Okay, roll call please.
Vice Mayor Johnson.
Yes.
Member Friesen,
Yes.
Member Lehman,
Yes.
Member Moody,
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray,
Yes. Okay, our next case is abandoning a right-of-way on Lee Highway.
So ABN 2024-01, the applicant is proposing to abandon 4 unopened right-of-ways located near 9422 Lee Highway. The right-of-ways consist of Newton Street, Courthouse Street, Parker Avenue, and one unnamed alley. This request is being concurrently processed with subdivision 2024-02. That's not on tonight's agenda, that's on the staff level. Zoning case 2024-03 and zoning case 2023-4. The reason for sitting map, this may also look familiar. This is directly south of Cambridge Square. Last year, the applicant had come in to rezone 9418 from industrial to shopping center commercial. Here are site photos. This is looking directly south from the highway. So surrounding land uses, to the north, you have the highway. To the east, there's an animal hospital and an upland label. To the south is industrial use. And to the west, you have vacant land and industrial type uses. So here's a site plan of the plat that will abandon those lot lines and basically create one giant lot. The ones that are highlighted are the alleyways and the unopened right-of-ways. So the applicant is proposing to abandon 4 unopened right-of-ways located near 9422 Lee Highway. The right-of-ways consist of Newton Street, which is a 50-foot right-of-way, Courthouse Street, which is a 50-foot right-of-way, and Parker Avenue, a 50-foot right-of-way, and one unnamed alleyway at 25 feet. The request is being currently processed with subdivision 2024-02, zoning case 2024-03, and zoning case 2023-04. To pursue the approvals needed for a larger development plan located on parcels 132H, B 014, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, and 132I, D 12. The need for the right-of-way abandonments is triggered by subdivision 2024-02, which is the request to abandon all lot lines and includes the 4 discussed right-of-ways to develop a larger commercial project, holdable on a larger lot. So before we could do the subdivision, we do need to have an ordinance number abandoning those right-of-ways that's written on that plat before that can be approved. The unopened right-of-ways are all located on parcels that are currently owned by the same applicant. However, a portion of the unopened alleyways located on parcels 132H, B015, and 16, and 132H, B017, which are not owned by the applicant. All 3 parcels are located by one property owner, and they given the consent to receive half, which is 12.5 feet of the unopened right-of-way once approved. So with that, staff recommends the approval of the right-of-way abandonment 2024-01. So just to clarify, this case goes with the next 2 zoning cases. The applicant intends to kind of reshape that area from industrial to a more commercial type use and further develop that. Something that you might see similar to Cambridge Square that's across the street.
Thank you. Discussion or questions about this?
Move to approve.
Second.
Further discussion before we do roll call? Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yes.
Member Friesen,
Yes.
Member Lehman,
Yes.
Member Moody,
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray.
Yes. Our next case is ZON 2024-03, also in this Lee Highway area. I'll pass that.
So the next two cases are extremely similar. There's different lot sizes and different parcel IDs. I did put them in one PowerPoint just to save time, but they will have to be voted on separately. So this is the presentation for zoning case 2024-03 and 04. Zoning case 2024-03 is located at 9418 Lee Highway under tax map number 132HB022, and the applicant is proposing to rezone the existing 1.7 acres from industrial to shopping center commercial. Similarly, zoning case 2024-04 is located at 9506 Lee Highway under tax map number 132HB024. The applicant is proposing to rezone the existing 0.29 acres from industrial to shopping center commercial. So here in the red boxes are the two parcels that are being rezoned. Here's the same site photos from earlier. And here's the current zoning map. That larger C2 portion, that's what we rezoned last year. If that looks familiar. So to the north, you have Lee Highway. To the east, you have industrial, shopping center, commercial, C2. To the south, you have industrial. To the west, you have industrial, shopping center, commercial. That smaller portion right next to the other smaller industrial one that has a row next to it, that's the animal hospital. So the project site land uses, the property is currently vacant. To the north, you have the highway. To the east, you have the animal hospital and Upland Label. To the south, you have industrial use. And to the west, you have vacant land and industrial use. So here's a basic site plan of what the property may be developed to. This is not to say that this is what's going to happen exactly, but this is something that you can expect. The entrances would be aligned to Cambridge Square across the street. And a potential stoplight would be placed there for ease of access. And then here's the zone that they're going to, which is C2. And here's the basic description of that zone and what's allowed. This is a more restrictive zone than industrial currently. So 9418 Lee Highway is an existing 1.7 acre parcel currently zoned as industrial within the city of Collegedale. The applicant has submitted a proposal to rezone the 1.7 acre parcel from industrial to shopping center commercial. 9506 Lee Highway is an existing 0.29 acre parcel currently zoned as industrial within the city of Collegedale. The applicant has submitted a proposal to rezone the 0.29 acre parcel from industrial to shopping center commercial. Both proposals consist of a wider development plan that includes surrounding properties. The projects are being currently processed with the following cases: the right-of-way abandonment, 2024-01, sorry, and subdivision 2024-02. In April 2023, the applicant started the development plan by filing an application to rezone 9422 Lee Highway from industrial to shopping center commercial, and that was the fourth application that the city received as part of this future development plan that you see today, and that was approved by city officials. The remaining parcels, including the subject property, are in need of additional approvals before the applicant can move forward and develop a larger commercial style development or PCD. The approvals need to include the right-of-way abandonments of the street alleys and right-of-ways, and the rezoning of one remaining parcel, and the abandonment of lot lines through the subdivision. Staff believes that the rezone of the area from a dense industrial use to a commercial use would better fit the area located. Your Lee Highway has most of the development in the area has seen a higher request for commercial tech zoning. The request to rezone the two parcels from industrial to shopping center commercial and include them with large scale commercial development plans, proposal that staff finds compatible with the surrounding area. As previously stated in the staff report from last year, staff still adheres to the statements provided that discuss the increased desirability and beautification of the area. The commercial development was to be constructed rather than an industrial tech use. And with that, staff recommends approval of zoning case 2024-03. And then I'll recommend approval. Let's move on to zoning case 2024-04.
Questions, discussion? Okay, I can entertain a motion on zoning case 2024-03.
Move to approve.
Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yes.
Member Friesen,
Yes.
Member Lehman,
Yes.
Member Moody,
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray,
Yes. And for zoning case 2024-04, other discussion and questions, I'm ready to entertain a motion on that one.
Move to approve.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yes.
Member Friesen,
Yes.
Member Lehman,
Yes.
Member Moody,
Yes.
Chairwoman Gray,
Yes. And that concludes our new business for this evening. Are there any staff reports before we adjourn?
Yeah, the zoning rewrite is almost done. We got the final draft, so I'm just reviewing that this week and next week. And then we should have a town hall to invite people to add any questions or discuss any of the new language. And I'm shooting for either May or June for an approval.
Okay, and that's from this body before it goes to
Yes.
commission?
I believe so. So there'll be a full presentation for that from the company who's doing it. Not sure if it's gonna be during planning commission or city commission, but either way, there'll be two presentations.
Okay, great, thank you. And we are adjourned. Thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank you.